In February 2009, Congress passed a $787 billion stimulus package designed to help pull the country out of the recession. This was known as the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, ARRA, and included a $5 billion Emergency Contingency Fund, ECF, for the Temporary Assistance to Needy Families, TANF, Block Grant Fund. In May 2009, the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors approved an initial funding request of $55 million to start up local economic stimulus programs to help local low-income families weather the recession. 1 year later, thousands of individuals and families have been helped, and in some cases, their lives transformed by the ARRA funding. Whether it was getting people back to work with the SCC Works subsidized employment programs, or EAN funds to prevent utility shutoffs and homelessness, or nutritional food provided in stimulus food boxes, or sending an individual back to school to learn a skill. Each benefit has touched someone and helped them get through these difficult economic times. These are a few of their stories.
Okay, so I need the last four digits of yours or someone else's social security number. I sign in people that come to the food pantry, help make food cold bags sometimes if they need help. But the majority of it is signing people in to get their food. I am a certified nurse assistant, but I was taking care of my mother-in-law almost 2 years ago, and I was really busy with her, and I let my CNA license overlap, and so it's hard for me to get my license from the state of Washington, so I'll probably have to start all over again. I was working through geriatrics home care, and their business just got really slow, so I had to get back on aid. When I first moved here, I was kind of homeless because my Section 8 was messed up, and so me and my family lived in a hotel for a couple of weeks, and the social services paid for 2 weeks for us to stay in a hotel, and I got help from Sacred Heart when I first moved here. They helped with food and clothing.
587 Division Street. I'm local to the Bay Area. I joined in the U.S. Navy out of high school, where I spent 4 years overseas, 2 trips to the Persian Gulf. I went to a trade school actually out in Modesto, where I got a certificate for mortgage banking and real estate finance. The mortgage rates kind of crashed, and my girlfriend had actually given birth to a little boy, and things just didn't kind of work out, you know. He was diagnosed with autism at year, and just been taking care of him. Just spent full time. Decided to kind of quit and kind of take care of my career, put it aside for a little while, and take care of my son. You know, and just going back to school. You know, a little bit at a time. Where I just kind of ran out of funds. I was working with the welfare system. I was getting aid for myself. So I went over and requested that they get me into like a job placement program, some kind of an Obama stimulus, trying to get back into my feet and back into society, where I can start paying bills and get back on getting on my own.
My name is Jihan. I'm a mother of 3 children. I was a stay-at-home mother, and my husband was laid off his work. And we were evicted from the house where we lived in. And we were overwhelmed with debts and bills, and we could no longer provide for our family. The worst point for me and my family is when we wake up one morning and we were running out of food. So I could not feed my kids. What I did was I opened the door. We live in a busy street. I opened the door of my house, and I put all my furniture out there, and I put a sign, garage sale, and people coming inside the house get the stuff that we could not move out. And then we got money. We got to buy foods for the kids. I work at the CalWorks Employment Center. I really like it because it's a very nice environment. It's very challenging. I'm a community worker aid, and my job consists of pre-screening and referring clients in need of emergency assistance to the agencies that could help assist them based on their zip codes. To be able to help other people who are also in need makes me feel very good, because I was there in that situation a few months ago, and I was helped, and I'm more stable. Me and my family, we have a place to live, and we got extra food. I was able to go to the career closet and get professional clothing to wear to work, which has boosted my self-esteem big time.
Angel works as a back shop assistant. She really has taken charge of our back shop. She really makes sure what we have out on our floor for our clients is appropriate for work.
I have a son and a daughter. My son's 8, my daughter's 5, and we live in an apartment here in Santa Clara. I moved away from my children's father, and when we were together, he paid for all the bills and food, and he was going to school, and I was staying at home with the children. So I didn't have an education. I didn't have a job when he left. So I went and applied for CalWorks, and here I am.
Terry is one of the SEC Works girls, and she works as a receptionist assistant.
I have one little girl, she's 3, her name is Caitlin, and then I have 4 boys. The very first time I needed help, I was really young. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no skills. I didn't finish school. And at that time, they didn't offer any programs, so I was just kind of just stuck. That was the first time, and then from there, I did get jobs, And then I ended up finding out that I had cancer. I had to get off work, and I survived cancer. It took a whole year, and they're like, okay, so what, where have you been for this year? And then I told them, well, I'm a cancer survivor. They started looking at me as if I might be a liability. Should we hire her? Is this cancer going to come back? Is she going to be a liability on us? So then it was really hard to get a job because of that. So then, now that I'm going, so I got cash aid, and the programs that they have has really been helpful. Like, they pay for my childcare, they help me get clothes, it makes you feel really good.
I went into a job placement program for about 2 weeks over at the EDD, and I was offered this job through OTI, which is through Mai and Catherine Chafee. I've been here about a month and a half. I'm basically in inside and outside sales. It's been great, back on my feet, and starting to put bills back and food back on the table, where I feel like I'm back in productive life. I don't know where I'd be today if I wasn't for some of the stimulus package money, or even for any of the state funded programs that I have available to me. I don't know where I'd be. Having the daycare paid for and the medical is just something that's a load off my shoulders. It really is.
The stimulus bill came out, and so I got help with my deposit and first month's rent through Salvation Army. It just helps, like, when you need, everyone falls behind on their bills, and everybody, has some kind of turmoil in their life, and it helps to know that something's there to help them. I have received a stimulus package before, but since I started working through the SEC Works program, I haven't had to go down there to get a stimulus package. So that's better, because then there's a family that can receive it. What have I learned? To be patient. Just take one thing at a time. I'm still looking, for other work, but right now it's just kind of keeping me on my feet.